What are they?
Terran Grail.
What do they do?
They are from before the breaking. Some Terran Grail are made to work by Aes Sedai.
Many Aes Sedai have been killed or burned out learning that.
It will bring you face to face with your greatest fears.
What, I just walk through one arch and out again?
Yes.
Two things we will tell you now that no woman hears until she's in this room.
This is your last chance, child. You may turn back now, right now.
Do this for you, or not at all.
I'm ready.
You squat on stolen land, land which once belonged to us.
We're outnumbered and unarmed.
Who will be the first to swear the oath?
This man.
All will bow.
Your usual orderly had a terrible accident last night, so I'll be taking care of you for the next few months. I have a feeling you and I have a lot more in common.
I can see red at your roots. You keep your hair short, but you can't hide what you really are. How long are you going to wait?
I'm sorry?
Before you ask me what you want to ask me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, boy. I remember you from Tarvalone. I can see it. When another man can channel, there's a glow. I knew you'd shake the world. So ask me what you came here for.
I want to know how to control it.
A Gilton in red. Then I'll show you what you want to know. Yeah, I'm sure you can work this out too.
Ever since we got to the tower, you've had your eye on Nynaeve. You wanted her dead.
I'll leave you to your grief.
I'm not done with you!
Your friend had a gift. Raw power. The girl who knew her place. The girl who knew how dangerous it is to overstep. I didn't send Nynaeve to her death. I sent her to the Archers because I believed in her. It's not always the most powerful women who write history.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
She was Blue Aja, calm, calculating, relentless, and the fate of the entire world had been riding on her choices long before anyone realized it. This is the full story of Moiraine Damodred, her rise, her fall, and her unbelievable return in the Wheel of Time. Moiraine began her journey not as a queen or a general, but as a hunter, hunting for one man, the Dragon Reborn. Raised in the White Tower, trained in the arts of the One Power, she was chosen for the Blue Ajar, the spies, the seekers, the ones who would give their lives for a cause. When the Aes Sedai received the ancient foretelling that the dragon had been reborn, Moiraine made her choice. She would find him before the Shadow did. Years later, her path led her to a small, quiet corner of the world, the Two Rivers. And on winter night, as Trollocs attacked and the village burned, she stepped forward. Calm, unshaken, a woman in blue silk standing against monsters. She saved the lives of 3 young men that night, Randall Thor, Matt Cawthon, and Perrin Ibarra, and set them on a road none of them could turn back from. From that moment, she became the hidden hand guiding their fates. Across shattered cities and cursed ways, through political traps in Cairhien and the White Tower's webs, she was always 2 steps ahead. Or at least she tried to be. She was mentor, protector, and manipulator all at once. She shielded the dragon from the shadow, and the shadow from the dragon, because she knew Rand's power could destroy the world if unleashed too soon. But even Moiraine could not control everything. Lanfear, one of the Forsaken, beautiful, and deadly, had her own designs on Rand. And in the Stone of Tyr, and later the docks of Cairhien, their games turned deadly. It all came to a climax in the land of Cairhien, near the docks of the river Erenine. When Lanfear attacked, Moiraine saw only one way to stop her: sacrifice. She threw herself and Lanfear through a terangrial gateway into another world, a place where time flowed differently and escape was almost impossible. To everyone who knew her, Moiraine was dead. Lan, her warder, felt the bond vanish. Tom Merrilin, the gleeman who cared for her more than he ever admitted, grieved in silence. Rand pressed on without her, but the loss left a hole in the pattern. And then, years later, the impossible happened. Matt Cawthon, of all people, stumbled into her prison. Through a bargain with the Eelfin and Aelfin, Moiraine was freed. But she was not the same. Her strength in the One Power was broken, diminished. She could never again channel as she once did. Yet her mind, her resolve, stronger than ever. She returned to Rand, not as his protector, but as his equal, and, in some ways, his last hope. Then came the last battle. The Shadow poured its armies across the world. The Dark One's touch twisted reality itself. And in the Pit of Doom, as Rand confronted the Dark One, Moiraine stood at his side with Nynaeve. They became the lifeline that held Rand to the pattern, feeding him the strength he needed to weave the greatest threads of the age. She didn't swing a sword, and she didn't lead armies. But without her, the Dragon Reborn would have failed. Moiraine Damodred was the quiet center in the storm, the one who reminded Rand that this battle was not about winning, but about choosing. When it was over, when the Dark One was sealed and the world survived, Moiraine did not take a throne or claim glory. She walked away with Tom Merrilin, the man she had trusted enough to leave her final letter to years before her death. It was not a perfect ending. She had lost much, and the world had changed beyond recognition, but she had kept her promise. The Dragon Reborn had been found, the last battle had been fought, and the wheel turned. Oh! Moiraine Damodred's story is not one of fire and spectacle, but of quiet, relentless will. She played the great game better than kings and queens, outmaneuvered the Forsaken, and faced down the end of the world, twice. And in the end, she proved that sometimes the deadliest weapon in the pattern is patience. Moiraine Damodred, born into the noble house Damodred of Cairhien, was destined for more than politics or inheritance. During the final days of the Aiel War, she bore witness alongside her friend and fellow accepted Xiao Sanche and the Ameline Seat Tamra Ospenia to a pivotal foretelling: the dragon had been reborn. The keeper of the chronicles, Kitara Moroso, succumbed to the strain of her vision. Motivated by duty, Moiraine and Siuan compiled a secret list of candidates born near Dragonmount, one of whom would become the Dragon Reborn. Shortly after, Moiraine was raised to the shawl and abandoned the politics of her birthplace in favor of a singular, sacred mission to find and guide this prophesied dragon before the Shadow intervened. To aid her lifelong quest, Moiraine formed a deep bond with Lan Mandragoran, the uncrowned king of the fallen land of Malkia. They traveled to the remote region of the Borderlands, eventually crossing paths in Chachin and forming a bond that became unbreakable. Lan became her warder, and together they warred against the Shadow's encroachments, rarely returning to Tar Valon. For 20 years, they tirelessly scoured Elder lands, following rumors and portents of the Dragon Reborn's birth.